and welcome back to goldstocktrades.com. Today we have a new and special guest with us, Michael Hudson. Michael, CEO of HANNF, which can be traded as HAN on the TSX Venture, and it can be traded as KMNFF on the OTC. Thanks, Michael, for being here with us today.
Jeb, an absolute pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Well, it's been an exciting time for the zinc market, which you're exploring for zinc. Talk to us a little bit about this exciting time in the zinc market. We've seen the price double. We've seen a major 5-year breakout. I know you have a lot of experience in the zinc market, and especially with zinc exploration. What's going on in the zinc market, and what insights can you give us into what's happening with this commodity and how it's affecting the junior mining market?
Well, the zinc market is in a supply deficit at the moment, Jeb. There's been an underinvestment in exploration worldwide. It's quite a challenging metal for the mining business, and really it goes in booms and busts. That's how the zinc market seems to work. I've had a majority of my career in the zinc business. There's been a shutdown of many of the major mines, Brunswick, Lachine in Ireland, and Century in Australia, and an underinvestment in exploration. So we've just hit that tipping point where the industry's now needing to go to projects that have been sitting on the shelf, if you like, for 50 or 60 years. Dougal River in Australia is looking to be brought on into production, but that's got some significant metallurgical challenges. So we're going to poorer deposits, an underinvestment in exploration, and the shutting down of some of the major mines in the world.
Michael, why don't you give us an introduction into your background in zinc exploration and the management team at HANNF?
Well, there's certainly no shortage of zinc exploration in Hannon. It's a new company, but it's got some very experienced people, both in the capital markets and in the zinc business. So from a zinc point of view, I actually started my career with a company called Pasminco, which was the largest integrated zinc producer in the world during the 1990s. I started my career underground in a zinc mine and went looking for zinc worldwide for 12 years. So certainly I know zinc. Many of my partners, one specifically came out of Pasminco, and others have explored around the world for zinc. And we've been able to bring some key people back onto this project who've worked on it over the last few years from Lundin. From a capital market point of view, we've had great success in Europe over the last 15 years with other companies, including Flinders Flinders Resources, Tasman Metals, Mawson Resources. So we've made money for people. This is our next venture, and we certainly know the zinc market.
And you're focused on this project in Ireland. Talk to us a little bit about Ireland. Why Ireland for zinc?
Yeah, not many people perhaps know that Ireland is one of the key jurisdictions in the world for zinc. In 2015, it was a top 10 producer in terms of zinc production. There's been many mines found. In fact, in terms of exploration success, it's proven to be the most successful jurisdiction for exploring for zinc on a per square kilometre basis over the last 20 years. Lots of zinc found, lots of zinc mined, importantly, so that there is a sustainable industry there. And one of the world's key deposits is still in operation. That's Tara Mines, or Narva, and that's only getting bigger and bigger. And some key mines having shut down over the last few years as they become exhausted also. So it's been a great place in terms of exploration, a great place in terms of bringing projects into mines. And this discovery we have is one of the best discoveries made in the last 10 years in Ireland.
So let's focus a little bit on this project, this discovery, the Kilbricken, which is 100% owned by you. There's been a lot of historical work on this project, 222 drill holes, 118,000 meters. Talk to us about the history and how much work has gone into this project already.
Well, the history goes right back until the to the Victorian era. Literally, there's a fantastic bit of mining on top of the project. It was mined down to 30 or 40 metres in the 1830s and 40s, looking for shallower mineralisation. So it goes back that far. The block that we have, a large chunk of island, 32,000 hectares, includes one of the first base metal discoveries made in the early 60s, a copper project called Ballyvirgin. But more important, so I suppose just stepping back, it's always been known as a very well mineralised block of ground in Ireland. But really, from that history, it sort of became forgotten when some of the other mines were found 50, 60, 70, 80 kilometres away. And then it had a lack of modern exploration until the discovery hole went into this project that we have called Kilbricken in 2008. It was made by a junior exploration company in Ireland called Belmore Resources. Lundin Mining, who we bought the project from, approached Belmore after one drill hole and did a deal with them, and subsequently bought that company out in 2010. Lundin put a lot of work, as you mentioned, a lot of drilling, which has given us a fantastic start, and we can leverage from that start that Lundin have given us. They've the project out over 1,500 metres, but there's certainly a lot of upside to expand that beyond that footprint, and more importantly, as I said, we have a chunk of island in 32,000 hectares, so that gives us 40 kilometres of strike extent to expand this project within. So we've got a very good high grade discovery that can be expanded.
So, Michael, can you talk to us about what the plan is for HANN Metals going forward? How are you going to upgrade, and what are some of your goals with this deposit from the HANN management side?
Well, this is the moment, really, Jeb, to expand an advanced exploration project and advance it towards economic studies. And that's really what we need to do over the next year or two. We have this window in the zinc market, and we're going to go hard. What does that actually mean in terms of on the ground? We need to drill, and we'll start our drilling literally in the next week or so, late April, early May. And my vision is that drill rigs won't stop. We have many different scales, as I hinted at before, to expand this project, both internally within the drilled area that Lundin focused on, within kilometres of that footprint, and expanding the known system, and then regionally. And the other key technical aspect of the project is that there's been a game-changing technology come into the hard rock mining business over the last 5 or 6 years, and that's hard rock seismics. Now, this has been used, of course, as your listeners will appreciate, for 100 years in the oil business, but really it's just in the last few years that the computing and the capacity to deal with a lot of data that can be produced in these hard rock environments that typically haven't been suited for seismic. We can now have that technique, which allows us to image the earth and become much more predictive about where the mineralization sits and where we can test it. So we've got a lot of seismic data we've inherited on the project. There's something like $25 or $30 million spent on this project, so a great start. But we'll be conducting more seismic, which will focus our drill rigs.
Michael, as we conclude here on the presentation, it says HANN Metals, the right project at the right time at the right place. Can you go into a little bit more description of what that means?
Sure. The right time is that people are crying out for quality zinc projects. So it's that time in the market where we need to find new projects that the market's demanding it. So we've come to the table with this advanced project that's never been in the public domain before. It's a new discovery. It's one of the better discoveries in Ireland. The right place. Ireland is certainly a place where mining happens, where discoveries are made. And what was the third point you asked me? That right time, place, and
The right project.
Well, I think I covered it in terms of it's an advanced project. We're not starting from first principles. We have $25 or $30 million worth of information and data and some very good high grades found over a large area, which allows us to fast track, if you like, to the next stage and work up, like I said, to ideally economic studies over the next year or two.
Well, Michael Hudson, CEO of HANNF, which can be traded as HAN on the TSX Venture and as KMNFF on the OTC. Thanks so much for being here with us today. And for more information, readers can go to HANNN, HANNAN metals.com to download the presentation and to learn more about HANNF. Thanks, Michael, for being here with us.